Heading into the 2020 NFL season, and with the threat, just the specter of the coronavirus, the Rona, whatever we want to call it, COVID-19, if we're trying to sound real smart, backups may play a larger role this season than they ever have any season before. Maybe minus the strike-shortened seasons when you had the replacements, the scabs. All right, so looking at the rest of this roster, it's important who's going to fill out the rest of the 53. And Vikings backup players, just like backup players around the league, may have to take on a much more important role, take on some snaps this year because of weirdness this year. So we decided to make things a little bit easier. We fielded an entire team comprised of all Vikings backups for our viewing pleasure. All right, so let's dive in. So first off, offense. So led by Sean Mannion, right away that's a non-starter. Now, if this was Kyle, Jerome, Ezekiel Sluter, playoffs? Question mark. There you go. But running back, Alexander Madison, the clear RB2 behind Dalvin Cook, which again, for Madison, for my money, would be starter lever player on many teams around the league, potentially the Vikings down the line. That's fine. Wide receiver. So we decided to list Thielen and Jefferson as starters. So you got BC Johnson, Tajay Sharp, as well as Chadwick Beebe. You could sub in Alexander Hollins or Davion Davis here. I won't be mad at you. That's not bad. That's not terrible. And then since I do consider Irv Smith Jr. a de facto starter on the Vikings along with Kyle Rudolph, I got Tyler Gronklin there at tight end. I actually played a decent amount of snaps last year in multiple tight end sets with the Vikings. Offensive line, so like we talked about, penciled in Riley Reiff as starting left tackle, as well as Pat Elflein starting left guard, as well as Drew Samia at right guard. So you got left to right, you got Ezra Cleveland, Dakota Dozier, Brett Jones, Kyle Hinton, as well as Oli Udoh. I'm okay with that. I really am. Like, Dakota Dozier, solid. Brett Jones, solid. It hasn't got the time of day. I'm a big advocate for Ezra Cleveland getting out there and getting as much exposure as possible. I think Kyle Hinton could be a force in the next couple of years, as well as I'm a huge fan of Oli Udoh. So even though you stripped away the quote-unquote Vikings best starting five offensive linemen, you're not in terrible shape, as well as the defense. So look at this thing. So edge rushers, you got Daniil Hunter and Fadio Denebo off the field. So you got DJ Wanham and James Lynch, fellow fourth-round rookies coming in at the edge spots, as well as do have penciled in. God, who do I have penciled in? Michael Pierce at nose, and I don't know, Armon Watts at 3-tech. So if you look, you got Jaleel Johnson as a backup nose tackle. You could put Shamar Stephen in there. Shamar Stephen as the starting 3-tech. There we go. Then things can get really nuts, because then you can have Hercules at the 3-tech. You could have Armon Watts. You could have Anthony Zettel. You could have Jalen Holmes in there. A lot of combinations. Linebackers. So it's a two linebacker team. It's Barr and Kendrick. So take them out the field, take a major step back, potentially putting in Ben Gedeon at that strong side linebacker spot in place of Anthony Barr. Put Troy Dye in there as well. When Barr has missed time in the last couple of years, they have put Eric Wilson in there. But with Wilson, with Kendricks and Barr gone, I'll put Wilson at middle linebacker, especially with the departure of Kentrell Brothers. I actually think Wilson would do a damn good job in that middle linebacker spot in the de facto Eric Kendricks role. Cornerback-wise, so my starting three cornerbacks as of right now on paper would be Mike Hughes, Holton Hill, as well as Hefe, the rookie Jeff Gladney. So the backups would be Cameron Dantzler, third-round pick, Chris Boyd, the former seventh-round pick last year out of Texas, as well as Nate Metters, the UDFA coming out of UCLA, working the slot. Safeties, so you lop off the best safety duo in the NFL with Harrison Smith and Anthony Harris, and then you bring in rookie sixth-round pick Josh Metellus out of Michigan to play free safety, and then Brian Cole II coming out of Mississippi State, seventh-rounder, play some strong safety. So that's a relatively big step back, but I do like them long term. So what would the record of this team be? This team of backups led by Sean Mannion? Well, ironically, if you took Sean Mannion off this team, I mean, they're 6-10. All right, so put Kirk Cousins with this team. What's the record? 6-10, 7-9. Because there are some pieces that I really like. So the offensive line, for one, the defense overall is not as bad as you would expect, especially how bad do you expect, especially taking like 5 of the best players off the board. So Daniil, Kendricks, Barr, Harris, and Harrison, they're still not bad. That speaks to the depth. That speaks to the up and coming talent on the defensive side of the ball. But I mean, otherwise, it's rough. Like as constituted with Sean Mannion, 1-15, 2-14, fully in the Trey Lance conversation. But then Trey Lance, as a rookie, would take this team to a 14-2 record. Who would have knew? And then Super Bowl. It's possible. But yeah, this team still beats the Lions and the Bears' asses. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I fully understand that the Bears beat the Vikings last year twice, but why bring up old stuff? You're like an ex. Like why? Man, dumb. But that is it. That's a look at the Vikings backups. Hopefully everyone stay healthy. No alien abductions. No Rona. Nothing like that. But if it does happen, I mean, this isn't a bad unit. But yeah, your thoughts. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull. Production value.